we're going to be discussing what the narcissist family thinks about you. Okay? So, in the relationship with the narcissist, I'm quite sure you can remember how the narcissist family responded to you in the beginning of the relationship versus how they responded to you towards the end of the relationship, or at the end of the relationship. So I've read some recent messages, and also I've picked up in the comments some maybe not so sure feelings that the narcissist family may have about you. Well, let me tell you, they don't like you. Okay, plain and simple. And you know how I am. You know I have to keep it straight with you all. The narcissist family, because you got to understand now, where there's one narcissist, there are two, possibly three or four. Especially that mother, and if the narcissist has a sister, the sister, and if there's some aunties somewhere around that's messy, just like that narcissist is, because I don't care who it is, whether it's male or female, they all have it in common. They are messy people across the board. This is who they are. They love chaos. They love confusion. Where do you think they got that from? I'll wait. Where do you think they got it from? Right. They got it from the environment that they grew up in. Okay? And see, generally, if you were dealing with a narcissistic male, 9 times out of 10, the narcissistic male, they are misogynist, meaning they hate women. Okay? They hate women, and no matter what type of relationship he may say that he has with his mother, or whatever you may see on the surface, secretly, he hates her. She is the main reason why he turned out the way that he is. Because she is a woman of, she's basically gutter trash. Okay? She is the woman probably generally that had the most direct contact with him. If the father was still in the home, if the mother is not or was not a narcissist herself, she is probably or was probably a very toxic codependent. The father, if he was in the house, probably if he was the narcissist, the narcissist that you were with, he watched that father do all kinds of things to the mother. Okay? All types of disrespectful things, cheating on the mother, doing all kinds of things. So the mother basically took that son on and gave him a responsibility that he never should have had. And that she became emotionally dependent on that son, watch this, to do what the father should have been doing in the home. Is appealing to her emotions as a mate. But the father, if he was a narcissist, he was too busy appealing to other women and other situations that he had no time for the mother. So the mother basically made the son, that narcissist that you were probably with, she turned him into basically, it's an emotional, incestuous relationship. Okay? So I had to say all of that to say this. When you brought your classy self on the scene, okay, not saying that you were raised in the most functional environment, because if you're an empath, a super empath, you came up in probably a bit of adversity yourself. But you decided to be different. Okay? So when you brought brought your classy self along, having your degrees or whatever you may have, or having your, let's just put it like this, just having your stuff all the way together. Let's just go ahead and put it out there like that. What in the world do you think that these gutter rats thought about you? I'll let that ponder over in your mind for a minute. Let me go head on and tell you, they didn't like you from gate, from get up, day one, from jump, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Let me just go ahead and keep it all the way 100 with you. And you're thinking of whether you should basically cut ties with the family. And that's the reason why I had to bring this video. The family doesn't like you. And if someone does not like you, they don't like your dog. They don't like your cat. They don't like your bird. They don't like your they don't like your car. They don't like your whatever you got going on. That when a person doesn't like you, honey, they don't like nothing that you are or what you stand for. And so you're entertaining the thought of whether you should cut this family off? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, you should cut them off. Because guess what? They never deserved your time nor attention anyway. Neither did the narcissist. The narcissist never deserved that either. See, the family pretended that they liked you in the beginning because, see, they thought that you was going to take Sam Sausage Head off of their hands. I said it and I mean it. Okay? They thought that you were going to take Sam Sausage Head off of their hands and give their pocketbooks and give their brains and their minds a break. They done raised up this menace to society, okay, a walking violation to humanity, and then they got the nerve to not like someone because you decided to start loving yourself and give old Sammy, that narcissist, back to him, hand it over. Yeah, and you're deciding whether you should still be in contact with someone like that. After this video, I hope that's not even another thought in your mind, because it shouldn't be. They never liked you from the beginning. If that mother has some sisters or brothers, whoever would be messy with her, she done called up the whole family. And guess what? That narcissist did, before they ever started the smear campaign, baby. Honey, they took one look at you and didn't like you from gate, but they never told you. They didn't tell you because guess what? They wanted you to get, yeah, you're right, take Sam Sausage Head off of their hands because, see, they're sick of the narcissists. They're tired of them. They don't like him either or her either. But guess what? It's family, so they have to deal with it. And I'm going to tell you something else about narcissistic families. They're very clannish. They're very clannish. They all congregate and clink together. And they all uphold each other in their dysfunctions. It will be you against that entire army. Even though they know, watch this, they know how terrible that narcissist is, but they are not going to go against that narcissist for you. So you need to understand that. You need to know that. So if you felt a little awkward when you were engaging with the family, you should have felt awkward. Because guess what? Your intuitions and your discernment was picking up on their true intentions and what they really honestly thought about you, which was absolutely nothing. Okay? They were jealous of you from day one. From day one. They wanted nothing to do with you, but they wanted everything to do with the resources that you had to relieve them. While you're taking up the time, while you're taking up and expending your resources on this violation to humanity that they have raised up and perpetuated to continue in those terrible behaviors a narcissist has going on. So you wondering really if you should continue your relationship with them? That's a heck to the no. That's an absolute no. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they were nice to you in the relationship or the addictionship that I call it. I don't care if they seem to be a decent person. Listen, I don't care. Cut them off. Cut them off. It is not what you think. It is not genuine care and concern. Now, am I saying that every family member was like this? Absolutely not. But you can't have one family member without having the entire family. I already told you. These people are clannish. They stick together. They are going to stick together and uphold each other in their dysfunction. This is how they are. This is what they do. I mean, a family full of birds. I said it and I mean it. A family full of birds. Like I said, where there's one narcissist, there are two. No, they're not all birds, but a lot of them, especially those ones that are closest to the narcissist, like that mother, like that sister, like if they have the aunties that are messy like that mama was. Honey, let me tell you something. Cut them off. You need to move on with your life. These people are not anywhere close in any shape, form, or fashion there for you. They do not care for you. And now that you have discarded the narcissist, it's not just a narcissistic injury to that narcissist. It's one to them too, because you got dealing with a family pretty much full of dysfunctional, narcissistic individuals. Cut them off. It will serve you no purpose to keep them around. Nothing but a remembrance of the heartache and pain that you suffered in the relationship. Cut them off. They never liked you. They're envious of you. They hated you from day one because I already told you you are marked with a target. Okay? You are destined for greatness. And they know that. Cut them off. Strategy. You have to know in the essence of who you are what you deserve is beautiful, it's wonderful, and it's great. You have to know that that's what you deserve in this life. You have to love yourself. Defiant self-love. Cut off these people that you know do not have your best interest at heart. I don't care what it looks like. Cut them off. They sitting up talking about you. Oh, you know, she wasn't for you anyway. She did this and she did that, and I never liked her from the beginning. But these were the same ones that were skinning and grinning in your face. I said it. While all the time they even said in front of the narcissist, watch this. Oh, she's way out of your league. Yeah, talking out of both sides of their neck. They talking about you, talking about the narcissist. What do you think they're doing now that you're gone? That's right. They having breakfast, lunch, and dinner on you, baby. Because let me tell you something, baby. They are not going to go against that narcissist for you, and then because guess what, you got to remember, this is what they do. This is how they get down. And if you think that they're going to change any of that for you because you're so great and wonderful, baby, you better take all of your beautiful, classy self and everything that encompasses your resources and who you are and move along. And get out of the pigeon, or get out of the cage with those pigeons, honey. because you do not belong there. Okay? We don't do birds here. I told you that before. And especially not pigeons. I told you that too. So you have to understand and know in the essence of who you are, what you bring to the table. Cut them off. Cut them off. Strategy, defiant self-love, raising up your vibration, and understanding and knowing in the city of your soul, baby, what your true value is and what you bring to the table. You have to know that. You have to know that. So I had to bring this to you all so you could understand without a shadow of a doubt what that narcissistic family is sitting up discussing about you now that you're gone. And you want to entertain what some of them were good and some of them were not so bad. Baby, cut them all off. They're all flying monkeys as far as I'm concerned. The friends too. Cut them all off. Every last one of them. Get your happy, keep your happy, and stay in your place of peace, not pieces. And you cut them jokers off and you move on with your life. You do not have time to see how these clowns are going to get down. You don't have time for that. Your time is too precious to sit around and watch dysfunction, trying to see how it's going to end up. For what? Nothing but more dysfunction. Nothing but more dysfunction. So I had to bring this to you all so you can understand and know what these people honestly think about you, and know you should not consider keeping a relationship with them if if you do not share children with that narcissist. And even if you do, you deal with that narcissist directly, or whatever family members you have to, you keep it strictly business and you keep it moving.